I remember a long time ago meeting with our business coach here in this office, and he asked me if I had ever heard of the Pareto Principle, which I had not. And he said, 20% of your clients are generating 80% of your revenue. I had never heard that. So we ran the report in QuickBooks, and sure enough, it was not exact, but pretty close to that. And he said, it doesn't just stop there. He said, it applies to all kinds of things in life. It's 20% of the problems or the tickets that you're getting are taking up 80% of your text time. Or maybe 20% of those tickets result in 80% of your profits. And it's such an interesting concept, and it applies to wealth. If you look at 20% of the population, often society controls 80% of the wealth. 20% in Italy, the way this came about was this Italian economist guy determined that 20% of the people owned 80% of the land. And it's such an interesting principle, and we see it over and over and over, not just in business. It would be awesome if we had no tickets coming in. We'd be perfect at our jobs. But we try to look at groups, and we try to make basically a Pareto chart and say, what are those 20% causing 80% of the problems? The second thing to think about that ties in really well with the Pareto Principle is, do you know what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? We would often use efficiency and effectiveness interchangeably, but they're different. Effectiveness is doing the right things, and efficiency is doing things right. With effectiveness, it really helps to understand the business's objective. So as an IT managed service provider, our goal is to reduce our clients' tech stress. And so if what you're doing isn't helping us reduce our clients' tech stress, it's probably not being effective. So you can be efficient. We might be closing, 20, 30 tickets a day per tech, but is that effective? Because what if our clients are getting more and more tickets or more and more problems? The goal isn't to close tickets. The goal is to reduce problems for our clients. So effectiveness says begin with the end in mind, which is fewer tickets for our clients. Effectiveness says the tickets that we do get, we would like to close them quickly. To me, I make the connection with the 80-20 rule of saying, what do we want? We want our clients to be able to produce a product and service, and we want to reduce the tickets or problems that they have. Pareto would say, look at all the tickets, look at all the problems, all the interruptions that your clients have. What are the 20% that cause the 80%? And then we can be efficient at closing them. How are you using the 80-20 rule in your business? How have you found the 80-20 rule to apply in your business?